Fire for your mind. The culture clinician.
What's going on, big dog?
Happening, man.
Chilling, fam. How you feel?
I'm good, man. Doing a little work over here. But look, man, I'm a tattoo artist, right? So after I got out the shop and started doing my own thing, I'd be going to people's houses to tattoo them. Bro, these girls be so bad, but they rooms, they living situations, they house, they be so fucked up in there, bro.
Is it that bad?
To black women, and you're really you're equally, into black women, come to Africa. Well, first of all, don't think about what you already know, what the media have been showing you, what you've been seeing on the media, and you need to get down here and see what's like. The first thing is when you come down here and they know you're African and you come and you introduce yourself.
I only want you for the money and the coat and for the bills. That's it. If you ain't getting my hair done, if you ain't getting my nails done, if you ain't doing nothing for me, then I don't need you here. It's not 50-50. It's not 80-20. It's 100% to 0.
And they wonder why men are checking out in 2023. Focus on yourself. Get your mental health right. Get your passport if you can't find a traditional woman here in America, because guys, sadly, is getting that bad.
Yeah, this is her. Hey, Ms. Brittany Elder.
Hey.
Hi. I'm over here with Fort Lauderdale and Lauderhill Police. You're going to be under arrest, okay?
All right, Mom, I'm going to step out here with me real quick. I just want to ask you a couple things without him here. Can you just provide some details on what's going on?
My son calls me to the field, and I was like, what's wrong? He's like, I was like, why? He's like, I don't know, it just hurts. When I went to the bathroom, so I was like, you went to the bathroom, where'd you go to the bathroom? So then he points at like one of the poles. So I just kept talking to him. I know what he was trying to tell me wasn't really making any sense.
And you didn't see any physical injuries on him?
No, but I did take him to the hospital because he kept complaining about
Was it
his TV turned off. Yeah, so my son, he told me that when he asked his head coach, which would be Coach Mike, to go to the bathroom. So my son said while he was walking to go over there, the other coach came and grabbed him by his arm and walked him to the pole behind that pole.
Okay.
And that's where it happened.
Hey babe, how's work? What do you?
You want to tell me where you were last night? Where were you?
Nowhere.
Because when you dropped me off, this was at 158,981 miles, and now look at it.
You're freaking
My house is
crazy.
only 4 miles away.
Okay,
so where did you go last night? Tell me.
You might be dealing with a cluster B. This is what it looks like when they're dealing with attachment issues. Book a session, men, if you're dealing with women like this.
He was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fistfight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all four ran and got into their car. But Rudolph's attorney insisting Rudolph was acting in self-defense.
Whoa, now it's the frog's turn!
Finish him! Ma'am, book a session.
A real man don't want no woman that runs the streets. He don't want no woman that thinks she's too independent to be dependent on him in some type of way. He doesn't want a woman that's always disrespectful and loud and lashing out simply because she's having a tantrum because she can't get her way. A real man wants to spend that quality time with you. They want to lay in your lap and have you rub their head while you watch TV. They want to go on long car rides and listen to music while you guys hold hands. Real men want to stay at home and cuddle. They want you to fix their favorite meal. Real men do not want women who always want to run the streets and call it girls' night out and call it, oh, I need space, and call it, oh, I just want to get out of the house. A real man wants a real woman who's confident, who's comfortable in who she is, who knows who she is, who knows what she wants. Why are you so worried about who he's with now? You had him, didn't you? And you didn't want to respect him? You didn't want to lay down with him? You didn't want to treat him right? You wanted to be so disrespectful with your mouth? He couldn't get you to do anything good for him. Couldn't get you to pack a lunch. Couldn't get you to make sure he made it to work. Couldn't get you to give him a massage. couldn't get you to show up to the job and give him a job. You didn't want to do any of that stuff for him. So leave him and her alone. Leave them alone. Go get the fuck out of here.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, then I strike. I go hard day and night, yeah. I go hard day and night. 1 to 1, no surprise. See the hate in their eyes. My brothers blood money bleed. I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green? What would you do for some blues? Go pick and choose the family the cheese. Some people not built like that. Some people get killed like that. Pressure like water, lights, mortgage, I'm paying that bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some.
Before there was the manosphere, I was. Before there was the internet, I was.
When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, ain't all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if the dogs pretend? What if you rode to the end? What if you started again?
The kosher tradition. All right, guys, bringing to you live once again from the greatest state in the union, the Tar Heel State. We're going to have a great show, guys, for the next hour and a half or 2 hours before I get back to practice. And the topic of this show and the topic of discussion is really that bad? Shout out to my man, Austin Holloman. Up here, he's in the chat. But also shout out to the distinguished brothers that are looking for wives. They're looking for security. They're looking for traditional women in a time and a culture where the world appears to be unbalanced. When a man finds a good woman, a woman that's traditional, a woman that has his back, a woman that is a true queen, what it does, guys, it increases that man's productivity. And I think that Austin Holloman has done a great work. Austin has done a great work showing you, men, what the outcomes could be once you travel. I told you, man, that there are 7 steps to optimization. And world travel is one of the things that help a man get the best outcomes and see the world for what it is. Now, do me a favor, guys. If you want to donate, it's better to donate through Cash App. Donate Cash App $7 Smalls. If you want to donate to the channel, that's the best way. And that's the best way to ensure that all your money is going directly to me. I appreciate all the brothers that have helped out and also all the brothers that have more or less to donate. Shout out to my dear friend, Princess C. She's one of the real ones, guys. She's one of the real sisters, one of the true American sisters. That's a reflection of the past. But in the meantime, guys, get your pens and paper ready. We're about to do as I drop some fire for your mind. Let's do it. All right, guys. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hold tight. Let me check these settings. Hold tight. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that? If you guys can hear it, hit 1, please. All right, hold tight. Let me.
go. It was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo.
I'm grinding hard for the brotherhood.
It was simple.
Grinding hard from the brotherhood. As I bring it to you live, once again from the greatest state in the union. Grinding hard for the brotherhood, man. Show your love by donating to the channel. Share this stream. Because there's a crisis, guys, in masculinity.
I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green? What would you do for some blues? Go pick and choose the fam of the cheese. Some people not built like that. Some people get killed like that. Pressure like water, lights, mortgage, I've been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Where my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, ain't all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if it alls pretend? What if you rode to the end? What if you started again? This is real life, not a game. I fight my battles to win. But some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. When my friends go, it was
We're about to start in a minute, guys. Get your pen and paper ready. Grinding, going hard for the brotherhood. That's what it's all about. All right, guys. All right, so this is going to be a good show, guys. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. And thank you guys once again for tuning in. But is it really that bad? Austin Holloman, guys, became a phenom. He became a phenom recently. Austin became a phenom. And his war cry was, it's that bad. And since then, Austin has went on to do great exploits. He's went on to do great exploits. He's begun to travel all throughout Africa, Brazil, and he's traveled through many parts of the world is in his pursuit for love, but also trying to convey to men that they can get options outside of America. Some might ask the question, why did this therapist recommend world travel as a means of mental health? And I'm going to tell you why. Because sometimes, guys, illusions is part of mental distress. An illusion is what you think you see, and a delusion is where there's evidence and you choose not to look at the evidence. And world travel is the great elixir that can help men reduce some of their distress and increase their visibility. But see, guys, one of the things you got to understand is that there are some that don't want you to have any power. And as a therapist, we believe in the right to self-determination, the right to live your life on your own terms, the right to not be reduced or more or less minimized based on the current world system, and the right to get the outcomes that you want. I told you guys that boys do what they can do, and men do what they want to do. And as Father's Day is encroaching us, we see that many men here in America really don't get the respect that they deserve or need. And these shows play a role in helping men not only become optimized, but to get the outcomes consistent with Austin Holloman and so many other men that are traveling abroad and so many other men that are beginning to travel to get the things that they want. So once again, guys, thank you to the 18 that are watching. Get the likes up. Donate to the channel. We're about to go down the rabbit hole in a minute because in a few minutes I got to go back to practice. But is it really that bad? That's the question. Has the world become so bad that black men in America and men in general are trying to find wives outside the confines of America? The question is, has the world gotten so bad? Austin Holloman's statement was, it's that bad. And I will agree with him that in part, if you're looking for a traditional woman, it is that bad. Now listen, we know that there are some good women out here that are striving, and there are some good sisters that are hardwired or striving to be good women. I call those women the true queens. Those women are the true queens. Shout out to women like Princess C. She's one of the true queens. She understands relationships and duty and mission and respecting her husband. And I got a lot of respect for that sister because her and I have had conversations on the back end. But some of these women, they're not queens. They're fake queens. They're not Queens. They're Queens. They're hybrids. And they're not true queens, man. They're not true queens. And it sounds like that men are trying to find true queens. They're trying to find true queens. And when you can't find a true queen, guys, what happens is, like Fred Sanford says, if you waste your time trying to find them, you become a big dummy.
Dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
And it's a problem, guys, when you continue to believe an illusion and that illusion becomes a delusion and the evidence is contrary to what you thought was actually true. And that's why the passport movement has become so powerful. And that's why the passport movement has become so heavy, because many men are looking for love. They're looking for relationships. They're looking for women that can honor and respect them. They're looking for women that are consistent with traditional norms and traditional values. Men just want a woman, and a woman that can honor him and respect him and meet him at least halfway. We don't ask for much. Most guys don't ask for much. But most men just want a woman that's going to give him peace of mind, a woman that's going to make his life easier. I'm talking about good men. We're not talking about guys that are predators. We're not talking about men that are dusty and lazy, don't work, they don't add no value. We're talking about good, decent, hardworking black men that have done the work, and they love their women, and they're willing to do what's necessary as long as it's not violating the value system, to continue to get the women that they so desire or so want. And that's why these conversations are so important, because you got women that are Queens. They're not true queens like Princess C and other sisters that I know. They got bad pH. They're overweight. They're disrespectful. They don't value masculinity. They don't value structure. They don't value order. They try to shame you. And all of that, guys, can compromise your mental health. When a man is in a relationship, he needs a woman that can protect his peace and protect his six. But when a man can't find a woman that can protect his peace and to protect his six, that man suffers in silence. Based on the poll, guy, I asked the question, are African women better for tradition? Some say yes. 95% said yes. 5% says no, that's alluring. But are African women better for traditional women? And the conversation that Austin had with a native African, you're going to see that if you're looking for a traditional woman, then Africa might be the place to go. Now listen, Nigerian women are being influenced by ethnism more so than anywhere, but you still got a higher chance by going to West Africa and Northeast Africa if you're looking for a traditional woman. Now, if you're not looking for a traditional woman, I'm not talking to you. If you believe in egalitarian relationships and partnerships, more power to you and that woman. But I'm talking about men that want women that are wife-ready, wife-worthy, and women that are willing to more or less meet them at least halfway. And we're going to get deep into it, guys. Share this stream. And shout out to my man, Gregory Scotland, always showing love. It's good to see you, brother Gregory Scotland. I don't know what's going on, guys, with this crazy algorithm, man. My numbers have been crazy low, man. My numbers have been low. Don't know what's going on. But these numbers are low, man. If you guys are getting the notifications, please hit 1. But shout out to Gregory Scotland. He said, "Hi, Coach. I think as we older black men should push the ideal to younger black men to expand their options and consider strongly other women, other black women, American black women, or American white women." I'm dead. So, yeah, no, I agree, Gregory Scotland. And that's why I do this, because men need to find women that can help them with their mental health. And Gregory Scotland, because of your love offering, and thank you, brother. You are the #1 sponsor of this stream, sir. Thank you.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
All right, guys, if you're going to donate to the channel, feel free to do it via Cash App. Cash App is better, because if you do it by Cash App, all your money will go to the channel or go towards me. So I appreciate it, guys. But we're about to go down the rabbit hole in a minute, guys. But before we go, let's go back and recap this short little clip that I ran. And then, guys, ask yourself the question based on the evidence: is it better for men to look for traditional wives outside of America? Here's the evidence.
What's going on, big dog?
Sadly, man.
Chilling, fam. How you feel?
I'm good, man. Doing a little work over here. But look, man, I'm a tattoo artist, right? So after I got out the shop and started doing my own thing, I'd be going to people's houses to tattoo them. Bro, these girls be so bad, but they rooms, they living situations, they house, they be so fucked up in there, bro.
Is it that bad?
To black women, and you really are, you're equally, into black women. Come to Africa. First of all, don't think about what you already know, what the media have been showing you, what you've been seeing on the media, and you need to get down here and see what's like. The first thing is, when you come down here and they know you're African and you come and you introduce yourself.
I only want you for the money and the coat and for the bills. That's it. If you ain't getting my hair done, if you ain't getting my nails done, if you ain't doing nothing for me, then I don't need you here. It's not 50-50. It's not 80-20. It's 100% to 0.
And they wonder why men are checking out in 2023. Focus on yourself. Get your mental health right. Get your passport if you can't find a traditional woman here in America, because, guys, sadly, it's getting that bad.
Yeah, this is Hey, Ms. Brittany Elder.
Hey.
Hi. I'm over here with Fort Lauderdale and Lauderhill Police. You're going to be under arrest, okay?
All right, Mom, I'm going to step out here with me real quick. I just want to ask you a couple things without him here. Can you just provide some details on what's going on?
My son calls me to the field, and I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "My sister." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't know, it just hurts when I went to the bathroom." So I was like, "You went to the bathroom? Where'd you go to the bathroom?" So then he points at like one of the poles. So I just kept talking to him. I didn't know what he was trying to tell me wasn't really making any sense.
And you didn't see any physical injuries on him?
No, but I did take him to the hospital because he kept complaining about
Was it
his TV turn off. Yeah, so my son, he told me that when he asked his head coach, which would be Coach Mike, to go to the bathroom. So my son said while he was walking to go over there, the other coach came and grabbed him by his arm and walked him to the pole behind that pole.
Okay.
And that's where it happened.
Hey, babe. How's work? What do you need?
You want to tell me where you were last night? Where were you?
Nowhere.
Because when you dropped me off, this was at 158,981 miles. And now look at it.
You're freaking
My house is
crazy.
only 4 miles away.
Okay,
so where did you go last night? Tell me.
You might be dealing with a cluster B. This is what it looks like when they're dealing with attachment issues. Book a session, men, if you're dealing with women like this.
He was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fistfight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all four ran and got into their car. But Rudolph's attorney insisting Rudolph was acting in self-defense.
Whoa, now it's the frog's turn!
Finish him! Ma'am, book a session.
A real man don't want no woman that runs the streets. He don't want no woman that thinks she's too independent to be dependent on him in some type of way. He doesn't want a woman that's always disrespectful and loud and lashing out simply because she's having a tantrum because she can't get her way. A real man wants to spend that quality time with you. They want to lay in your lap and have you rub their head while you watch TV. They want to go on long car rides and listen to music while you guys hold hands. Real men want to stay at home and cuddle. They want you to fix their favorite meal. Real men do not want women who always want to run the streets and call it girls' night out and call it, oh, I need space, and call it, oh, I just want to get out of the house. A real man wants a real woman who's confident, who's comfortable in who she is, who knows who she is, who knows what she wants. Why are you so worried about who he's with now? You had him, didn't you? And you didn't want to respect him? You didn't want to lay down with him? You didn't want to treat him right? You wanted to be so disrespectful with your mouth? He couldn't get you to do anything good for him. Couldn't get you to pack a lunch. Couldn't get you to make sure he made it to work. Couldn't get you to give him a massage. Couldn't get you to show up to the job and give him a job. You didn't want to do any of that stuff for him. So leave him and her alone. Leave them alone. Go get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys, we're about to go down the rabbit hole. It's that time of the show where we're about to go down the rabbit hole. And thank you, Princess. See, guys, if you want to donate via Cash App. That's the best way to donate. It'll make sure I get all the money and make sure all your money is given to me. When you donate through YouTube Super Chat, 30% of your money goes to YouTube. So basically, you're giving your money away for free. But if you want the content creator to get the money for the work that we do or have done, then donate directly to me. But I want to thank everyone that's tuning in and also to the men that continue to support the channel. As you guys know, the algorithm is messed up. I don't know, it seems like it's been suppressing the numbers. There are a lot of content creators going to do the same thing. But we'll figure it out. I'm not going to stop. If I got 2 watching, I'm going to keep going. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you to all the brothers and sisters that show love. And I appreciate it. Shout out to my man Barry Hamilton for the 5. He said my Cash App isn't working, still supporting at the Culture Condition, one true man advocates for men. I appreciate it, and you're dynamite. Thank you, sir.
You got the number
Thank you,
right, because you are talking to kid a dynamite.
All right, guys.
You're dynamite.
All right, we're about to go down the rabbit hole, guys. Get your pens and paper ready, guys. It's that time of the show when we do it. So get your pens and paper ready. And we're about to go down the rabbit hole to explore why black men are beginning to leave America, why they're looking for traditional wives. And shout out once again to Austin Holloman for all the work he's doing and other men that travel as they seek to explore or more or less get traditional women. Down the rabbit hole we go. This is the part of the show where we assess, examine, collaborate. All right, guys, let's look at the evidence because men are leaving, and I think this is why. All right, hold tight.
What's going on, big
And
dog?
Saturday, man.
Chilling, fam. How you feel?
I'm good, man. Doing a little work over here. But look, man, I'm a tattoo artist, right? So after I got out the shop and started doing my
And shout out to Anton. Anton has been on fire here lately, man. Shout out to Anton. Anton has been on fire here lately. We know the men ain't gonna change, but it's okay. Anton, consistent with Nehemiah, stay on the wall, brother. Stay on the wall, because men ain't gonna change, but it's all right. You got to stay on the wall, man. You got to stay on the wall. Right. Got to stay on the wall, man. So, but let's look at the evidence, guys, because Austin Holloman used to say it's that bad, and this man is a former tattoo artist, and he said it's that bad as well. Has it gotten that bad that men are beginning to check out with the typical American woman? We know that there are some hidden gems. There are hidden gems. We know that there's some hidden gems, but it's not enough. So based on this evidence, guys, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about the current state of relationships?
thing. I'll be going to people's houses to tattoo them. Bro, these girls be so bad, but they rooms, they living situations, they house, it be so fucked up in there, bro.
Is it that bad?
And I look back at what.
Is it really that bad? Have some of you men went through the same thing? Have you dealt with good-looking women, but the houses are messed up? The pH is off? Because, guys, if you're going to get a wife or a future woman, you want a woman that can compliment you. Getting the wrong woman could be the greatest mistake of your life. You want a queen, Queen, versus a Queean. You want a true queen, not a hybrid. And this is what these men are saying about some of these women they are encountering.
I used to hit back then compared to now. Bro, it's like you overlook all that shit just because you want to get a nut and shit, but niggas don't know that could be your worst downfall, man.
Yo, so let me ask you a question.
Get burnt off of these girls and all that shit, man.
Is it that bad?
Is it really that bad, guys? Hit one if it's really that bad based on your experience. This is your own personal experience. But how's this impacting your mental health, guys? Is it really that bad based on your experience? Because, see, some of you men don't have no standards, and you're getting with bad women because you got a big ego.
I got a big ego, ha ha ha. I'm such a big ego.
Yeah. Some of you men are so consistent with getting the wrong women because you don't have any standards. But Red Lipstick, she's a sister. And I respect Red Lipstick. She's a married woman. And she said, it is that bad. It is that bad. And see, when we have these conversations, some get in their feelings because they don't want to hear the truth. But men, by and large, white, black, I see it all the time in therapy. They're having the same conversation these men are having on the panel. And that's a problem, guys.
Bro, you know how you walk in your house and you just smell nice, clean, or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Man, these girls be having all kind of dogs, animals. Their bathroom be horrible. And I just got a tattoo, do my thing, don't touch nothing else, and just get up out of there, bro. Back in the day, I'd probably be the type to hit that shit and regret it, though. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't the only one, though.
They fine. But bro, look, just because they fine don't mean they take care of themselves. It don't mean that they.
And God, this man is a tattoo artist. This was a conversation that Austin Holloman had. Austin Holloman said that pH was off, man. And people be thinking we be lying, man. You know, men want women that are clean. and they keep their body clean. They got a clean mind. But, some of these women, they're not queens, but they're Quueans. And they got bad pH. They keep their house nasty. And they are not respectful women. Shout out to my man James Turner. He said, I wouldn't touch most American women with your phallus. And coach, and that's James Turner, you a fool, man. That's on my mom.
Yeah, put chain on them.
Balls on my mom.
That be broken balls. Kill some on my mom.
Bro,
They back me look like
That's on my monkey. That's on my monkey. That's on my monkey.
Yeah, shout out to James Turner, man. That's a deal, right? Appreciate it, brother.
That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
And see, we know that women abroad are not perfect. When we have these conversations, it's an understanding that women abroad are not perfect. But James Turner was in South Africa. He's going back. They got a natural nash, which is a big butt. They're natural. They're natural women. They're cooperative. They're feminine. They're traditional. They believe in traditional roles. And men are not constantly trying to, having to fight to defend their masculinity or having that masculinity questioned. And so what men are saying is that the passport movement is becoming powerful, but not only that, American men, you're hearing from this brother, they're all saying the same thing, men. And if you hear men saying the same thing over and over again, then we need to take heed and listen to what these men are saying.
Take care of their bodies, man. They home is horrible, man. I've been seeing that a lot with like younger women. Yeah, man, that's why I got me a cougar. Fuck all that.
What you mean you got a cougar? Tell me what you mean you got a cougar.
I got a cougar, man. Just take care of me, feed me. You know what I mean?
What's the age difference?
Shit,
Is it a huge gap?
10 years. Not that bad.
That's big.
You think?
How old are you?
33.
Yeah, that's big.
Oh, I ain't really feel it, but I'm just out here living, man. You know what I mean? And
I don't know how you do it, big dog.
I got a daughter, man, so I can't be having my daughter around some chick that like these chicks nowadays, bro. It's hard to find a motherly quality in them. Like,
I agree.
And guys, that's what I've done. I can thank God and say the way I've raised my girls are 5-star students. They're still, they were virgins. My girls conduct themselves as ladies because I demand it. And I'm trying to prepare my daughters for a good, hard-working man, not a dusty man, not a man that don't have a purpose, but I'm trying to get my daughters in the position to get a hard quality man. My daughters know how to cook, they know how to clean, they're educated and all of that. I'm trying to prepare my daughter to get a good husband that she can build with, and they can leave a legacy for their children and to continue to honor my name and her husband's name. But they wonder why men are traveling abroad. They're wondering why men are trying to get traditional women from other countries. Because the cognitive dissonance is so real when you try to tell them, many don't listen because of this. And not only that, guys, I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but a lot of women can't even pair bond with you. And I'm not trying to be mean, but when you got women that's been ran through, guys, it's really hard for her to pair bond with a masculine man because they've been ran through. All right, so let's get back into it, guys. Hold tight.
I don't think that they
It's
have
like
it.
that's the hardest thing to find, like a nurturer, just because all they worry about is Instagram likes and being seen instead of doing what they're supposed to do. But
I don't think that they have any motherly qualities anymore. Honestly, I genuinely don't. I don't see the nurturing. I don't think that they even know how to do some of the things that the women of yesteryear do. And it's not even, and here's the thing, it's not even a matter of if she's going to do it, right? Because the technology makes it much easier. Like they got dishwashers, they got all of the different things.
yeah.
They got Swiffers now. You don't even have to get on your hands and knees in order to be able to mop or anything like that, right? And so they got all of the different tools. I don't think that they.
And God, this is the conversation about conditional femininity. I'm gonna do a show soon called Nesting and Resting. And this is a conversation about conditional femininity. Modern women got more than their grandparents had, their grandmothers, their mothers, their great-grandmoms had. And those women were superior compared to the typical American woman. They got the internet, they got technology, they got appliances. But see, your mama and your grandmama and your great-great-grandmama, they worked outside the house, but they still cooked and kept their house clean. And the dad took care of the outside and did what he had to do. But see, modern women have a condition called taxation without representation. And this is not a black woman problem. This is an American woman problem. And it's getting worse because the evidence don't lie. That's why men come to these spaces to find resolve and to get peace in dealing with their mental health. Share the stream, guys. Get the likes up and donate to the channel. Thank you.
They know how to properly grocery shop. I don't think that they know how to do nothing, bro. Honestly, I'm genuinely.
They order food from DoorDash and just get takeout. They ain't never bust down no grapefruit from scratch or none of that shit.
They don't even know how to wash they fruit. They don't know how to do none of that, bro.
They don't buy fruit.
Know how to do none of that.
Man, it's hard.
It sound weird, right? I bet you there's some women watching this right now or restreaming it, and they gonna say, "Wash fruit." What you mean, wash fruit? They not gonna know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about. It's wild out here, bro. It's wild out here.
And what's fucked up, like, I had to go through all that shit. Like, I probably woke up at 30 knowing what I want out of a woman.
At 30?
Prior to that, I was just wilding. You know what I mean? I was just breaking hearts, breaking women, like just.
But you know, I don't even blame you though. I can't even blame you. A lot of times, I tend to hold guys accountable and I say, yo, you shouldn't be making these chicks for the streets or whatever like that. But it's very difficult to respect a person more than they respect themselves. If a chick makes herself available and her whole existence is to be for the streets or to make herself so easily accessible to a dude that just, because a lot of times the chicks want you to bust them down. It ain't even like, oh, okay, I'm about to just be out here wilding.
And let me tell you something, man. There was a time when a woman valued her box. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. There was a time where the woman would value her box, but they don't even value. They value their weave and lashes more than they value their box. But they want you to put a ring on it, man. These standards are horrible, man. If I was a single man, guys, ain't no way in hell I would deal with the typical modern woman. I wouldn't even look at them, man. Smurfette, make sure you check your info there. Check your info, Smurfette. But keep listening, guys, and donate to the channel if you like, please. Thanks.
Breaking hearts. A lot of times, I think that women exhibit the same masculine qualities that men exhibit. Man, listen, bro. Being around women and having women work for me and stuff like that, and them having access and stuff to friends, man, the stuff that they say that these women is doing nowadays is wild. They say that women is worse than the dudes. You get privy to a lot of the different conversations that they then come back and say, right? And so the women often at times when they get together, they be talking like, yo, I don't want no emotional connection. The dude like they'd be like, yo, the dude tried to tell me that he had felt something for me or he loved me and all of this other type of stuff. And then they'd be like, I wasn't looking for that. I'm like, oh man, I might have to cut him loose because I was just looking for a fuck. Yo, the women is more masculine than the.
And guys, these women getting in now. They love that ping. They're not feminine and demure anymore. They're used to a lot of ping. And with 30% of men being virgins, 33% of men being virgins, and meaning so many of them ran through, I mean, a virgin male ain't got a chance with the typical American woman, white or black. So I advocate for men to get traditional women in other countries because their chances of finding quality is damn near slim to none. And it's a problem. Shout out to my man James. He said, Coach, to be truthful, the same conversations in Africa is all over the world now. We know it, James. It's definitely happening. We know it's happening abroad, man. We know it is. But it's still not quite as bad in America. Thank you, sir.
Hello, lucky person. You got the number right, because you are talking to Kid a Dynamite. Pure Dynamite.
All right, guys, let's keep listening.
The dudes is coming in thinking that they getting something that's great and they trying to convert these chicks. And so it's hard for me to then hold the dude accountable. It's hard for me to hold the dude accountable and say, no, you're supposed to treat this woman like gold, or you're supposed to come to the table, when a lot of the majority of the women is not looking to be treated like that. They looking to be dogged out. Bro.
Okay, if they looking to be dogged out, why don't they find somebody that's gonna dog them out instead?
They do. They find them. I think they do.
But they want somebody that's gonna hold them at night, and then somebody that's gonna dog them out too.
I don't think so. I don't think that. Listen, bro. They want Tupac in a suit.
Yeah.
But they don't deserve the suit part. They only deserve Pac.
It depends on who they are, though.
No, man, I don't believe that a woman.
Talk to me. Educate me then.
I don't believe that a woman should be able to get the suit part, bro. Because, all right, if every dude dogged her out, right? If she made herself available for every dude, just based off of dumb stuff, and then this other guy over there, and he on top of things, and he a good dude, and he didn't get caught up in no nonsense. Why should he then be available, or why should he even make himself accessible as far as wifing up a chick that slutted it out with everybody?
I ain't saying he should. I'm saying if you want to wife a chick up, look the other way, bro. Like,
I don't think he should.
And guys, you got to raise the bar. See, behavior won't change until you raise the bar and men stop being simps. You got to raise the bar, guys. You got to raise the bar. You got to raise the bar. You're not going. Women aren't going to change until you raise the bar, man. And they don't have an incentive to change because too many men in our generation is doing too much simping. They're doing too much simping. They're dry simping. And they don't have no standards. And because they don't have any standards, the women don't respect them. The women don't respect them. And they don't have a need to change. And listen, we know that there are a lot of women that are not going to change. I mean, we understand that. We understand that many are not going to change. And that's okay. But man, you got to be the change that you can be. And the way you become the change that you need to be is that you just don't deal with certain types of women. You focus on yourself and you align yourself with good women, good black women that are consistent with you and your message and what you're trying to do as a man. It's literally that simple. It's really that simple, guys. It's really that simple. All right, so let me finish. Hold tight. Hold tight, guys.
I don't even think he should
Just
look. I
wiping up
don't
and
even think he should look to wife up anybody. Once I think that once a guy passes a certain level of success, I think it's a mistake. First of all, I think it's a mistake for guys in general to look for a wife. I don't think that dude should look for a wife. I think that a dude should be so focused on himself that the person that he then has, or the person that he winds up marrying, if he decides to get in a relationship, is just a person that's just inherently in his life and is already his best friend. I think because that is the person that has his best interests at heart, and that's the person that's going to be shooting in a gym with him. I don't think that guys should look for a wife. I think that is the first mistake that guys make, is that they start looking for a woman to marry. You're going to find yourself in a very, very bad spot, and you're going to start overlooking a lot of the signs, because that is the thing that you're it's almost like if you're looking for a job, a lot of times, if you see people, right, and they're looking for a job, or they don't have a job, but they're looking for a job. Not if you have a job already and then something falls in your lap, because you can then, remove what it is that you're going through as a factor in order to get that job. If you're looking for a job and you're unemployed, it's some stuff you're going to overlook just to be able to get employed.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with dudes that look for a wife. If you so desperate for a chick, you'll tend to start compromising and overlooking a lot of the things that you should have been paying attention to in the first place.
And guys, some of you are to blame because you minimize what your values are. You minimize what your values are because you don't lead with logic. Some of you men still lead with your egos. You're just as guilty because you let your rooster get in the way of logic.
I got a big ego, ha ha ha, oh such a big ego.
Because you're so eager to be in this space, and you're so eager to settle down, that guys often at times, they overlook the signs, they overlook the red flags, they're not paying attention to the things that's actually meaningful to them. And so as a result, they get finessed. They get finessed 10 times out of 10.
That reminds me of something I heard online. This dude said, don't fuck with the chick that you like, fuck with the chick that liked you, because you're gonna accept all kind of other stuff from the chick that you like, but the chick that
I don't even think you should just accept the chick that like you.
God damn, man. What the hell we supposed to do then, man?
I think you should fuck the chick that like you. I don't give a fuck about her. I think that dude should fuck with the chick that got his best interests at heart.
Okay.
Right? The chick the chick that's listen, you know how I knew that my chick was a chick that I was supposed to marry. It had nothing to do. Well, it was how she took care of me, but it was one specific thing that she did was very meaningful for me. Well, it was a couple different things, but one of these things was really important. I was taking a nap one time, and I was over her crib, right? And I was just chilling, and I was taking a nap before I went to work because I had worked afternoons. And when I was taking a nap, what I realized is that I would almost be asleep, but she would think I was asleep. And the thing that she would do is she would pray for me when she thought that I was asleep.
Listen what Anton say. His wife will pray for him. You know how powerful that is, guys, to have a wife that's praying for you and loving you, and it's a spiritual woman. If you want a traditional woman, only a woman that's in the faith, that's living the life, not faking it, not fake Christians, fake Muslims. But I'm talking about a woman that lives it. She has an active prayer life. She was raised right. She know her role. That woman is a gem because she's a virtuous woman. But the typical woman is not wife worthy or wife ready. And some of you men compromise so much of your power, it's a shame. Guys, get these likes up and donate to the channel, guys. Get the likes up. The robot that sent me a text, he said, Coach, you tell these Negroes to get these likes up. and donate to the channel. Thank you.
Did you hear her pray for you though?
She would pray for today. I was in the room the other day, right? And like I was like kind of toe down, like I was dead tired or whatever. And so her and my daughter was in there and we chilling or whatever. And we laying down and they think that I'm like all the way asleep. And I was like kind of asleep, but then I woke up like mid, right in the middle of what it is that they was doing. And both of them had literally, they had their hands like very gently on me, and they was praying for me. Both my wife and my daughter. My daughter was like, you know, putting her hands on my feet and stuff, and they was just saying like, you know, give him strength and, you know, hold up his body and, you know, make sure that he's taken care of, make sure that he's not too tired. And they was whispering.
That's your wife's daughter, right?
It's me and my daughter. Yeah, me and my wife. It's I only, you know, we don't have no kids out of wedlock.
Only got one? Okay.
I only got one daughter. And they was praying for me. They were literally praying for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just that. It was the care that, like, she would make sure, like, she would take my money out of my pocket, and then I would know how much is in there, and it was never a dollar missing. But what she would do is, she know that my money was always raggedy because I would just grab my money and throw it in my pocket. And she would organize every single dollar and say, listen, you need to have your stuff in order or whatever, so on and so forth. And then she would make sure that she made me a lunch every day instead of me having to go out. And this is before we was married. I would stop by her crib on the way there just to chill, and she would make sure that she...
Now, guys, I want you to listen to what this man is saying, because what Anton is saying is profound. You got a lot of women that'll tell you, I only do that for my husband. But imagine if a man say, I only provide, and shout out to Peaceful Life, we were talking about it last night, I only provide for women that are my wife. I only take women out to dinner and open doors for my wife. If you're looking for a man, you are auditioning. Having acts of kindness and acts of service doesn't take anything from you. If you are auditioning, and if that man is worthy. Now, I'm not saying you give that to any man, but if that man have qualities and characters that you like, it was normal and customary when a woman liked a man, she gave choosing signals. She cooked them a meal. It was just normal. But a lot of women want the marriage and relationships, but they're not even willing to do a modicum of what women did in the past. And they wonder why they don't get relationships, or they get the relationships that they're looking for. Make it make sense. They're not even willing to do a modicum of what they did in the past.
Packed a lunch for me, and then she would go and get little Tupperware and stuff in order to make it easier for me to carry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would come by and I was chill, and she would pull my shoes off my feet, and she would just be rubbing my feet, and then she would pull my socks off and start clipping my toenails and stuff like that. It's certain nurturing characteristics and certain ways that you're able to identify certain things. And when I brought her around my mother, my mom loved her, bro. My mom loved her in the same way. My daughter is the same way today. She's super duper nurturing. She makes sure that I'm taken care of. She's always checking on me. My daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, comes in the room and she prays for me. She prays for me in the same way that I used to pray for her, with the exact same words that I used to pray for her, because I pray for my daughter every single day for her entire life. Every day I went in and I prayed for her. Every single day of her entire life.
Shout out to my man, Mark P, for the $20 super sticker. And Mark P, you are the #1 sponsor of this stream, Mark P. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for showing love, man. $20 Cash App. I appreciate it, guys. If you want to donate, it's best to donate via Cash App. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
It's the money. Money.
what you guys don't understand, I'm from Generation X. I'm a Gen X brother. What men tolerate now, we just didn't tolerate that back in our time, man. I'm from a traditional 2-parent home. My mom and dad are still married. My dad is going on 80 years old. And the stuff that men tolerate now, you tolerate too much. And you get nothing. You really don't get any bang for your buck. And part of it, guys, it's your problem because you have not raised the banner of expectations.
Life that I was in town, I made sure that I went in the room, I touched her, I prayed for her, and it became so redundant that she learned the different words that I was saying. My daughter now comes in my room and she prays for me.
Second nature.
Yeah, she's just got a nurturing spirit now, right? Because of the way that she sees her mother interact with me and how she see me interacting with her mother. And so people don't understand that, right? People don't see that nurturing spirit. They're not able to identify the difference between a woman that's just cute or a woman that's pretty or a woman that's just a chick that you want to have sex with and a woman that's a wife. It's a huge difference. It's an oceans different. Every woman that is just a woman that can smile at you is not a wife, right? Mm-hmm. And then every chick, these dudes ain't. They don't.
How do we? Because it's hard to find. Like,
shout out to Sister Obong Ongwa. Thank you, sister. Thanks for showing love, dear. I appreciate it for the $5 cash app. And you're dynamite. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
You got the number right, because you are talking to kid a dynamite. Pure dynamite.
Finding something is like whatever, but to the dudes that already got a girl,
mm-hmm.
How do they turn their girl into a nurturing woman?
Too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Okay.
Just because you with her don't mean that she.
And you know what? Look,
she's not gonna turn nurturing. That's something that gotta inherently be in her.
Look, I feel you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you turn a hoe into a housewife?
No, you can't.
What? What do you mean?
You she always
so
gonna
what's
be
the
a hoe.
difference? What's the difference?
The difference between a hoe and a housewife. A hoe.
No, what's the difference between trying to turn a hoe into a housewife and trying to turn a chick that you with into a nurturing woman?
Yeah, you got me on that. That's real.
I'm just trying to understand what's the difference.
Yeah. You know what? I guess it's the hoe part. It's just because you're not nurturing don't mean you a hoe. Mean you an asshole. But
I'm just saying, bro. There's no way.
Though,
there's no way that a dude can turn a chick that's not nurturing.
Well, how do you find one?
Can a man adequately change a 304 into a housewife? I don't think you can. I think if she's not properly trained to do it, if it's not part of her temperament, and she doesn't have a spiritual resolve, I don't think you can do it, guys. And that's why I advocate for men to travel abroad. World travel is the great equalizer.
Because
they got to stop looking.
You
got to stop looking. The majority of the women that are supposed to be wives are the majority of the women that's willing to be in your network. You're going to have to observe her in a space in which you're not actually interested in dating her. Like, it's easy for a dude to go out and see a chick. You might see her at the spot or the bar or whatever, and you approach her or, y'all just whatever. But it's different when you're around a chick and you get to observe how she is without her trying to impress you or put her best foot forward because she know that you're a dude that she's trying to get with. Because everybody right now is just dating each other's representatives, right? You meet a chick on Instagram, you meet a chick on an app or anything like that. You're getting what she's presenting to you. You're not getting the authentic her. You're getting the best version of her. You don't even know what she looked like when y'all going swimming. But when you just observing and you chilling with a chick that's your homie, or she just a part of your network, and y'all just rocking out, and it's just convenient for y'all to be around each other, you get to see who she really is. You get to see how it is that she is with her parents. You get to see who she is. Yeah, you get to see what she is under duress. You get to see how she react to problems and trouble and overcome obstacles. You get to see if she really cleaning her house because she not trying to
got
impress
road
you.
rage. See if she got an attitude
all that
problem.
stuff. Yeah,
and not only road rage, guys. Not only road rage, guys, but some of these women got. Not only do they want control, but they got the spirit of Miss Piggy.
Whoa, now it's the frog's turn.
Finish him.
you get to
If
see
she rude to the waiters.
You get to see it because she not trying to impress you. She just trying to, be a good host or whatever like that is. And she lets her guard down. And when she let her guard down, that means that she gonna start actually showing who she authentically is. You're gonna see her in them wild moments. You're gonna see a lot of the different stuff. And so a lot of times guys is only seeing women at their best. They're not seeing them as their authentic selves.
True.
You don't know who these chicks are. That whole
How we
problem.
find out, man?
Work every day.
How we find out? How we find out in time before we lose ourselves, Anton?
What do you mean?
How we find out? Like you said, these girls ain't good for us and shit like that. But
Not at
how
all.
do we find out before we crash?
I think it's too late for a lot of dudes, honestly.
Look, man, it was too late for me and my baby mama 10 years ago. I found that out. I learned a lot about myself. Yeah, it's too late for her.
Yeah. Do she got a man now?
Nah.
Exactly.
Not that I know of. She in Chicago or whatever. She stays somewhere.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna never dish your baby mama, bro. But she in Chicago.
Yeah. South
Chicago.
Southwest. I know.
She on the south side of Chicago?
I gotta send my daughter there every summer for her visitation. So it's the struggle.
Keep your daughter close, bro. Keep your daughter close, bro.
Hey, yeah.
Keep your daughter close, bro.
And
listen, but I'm curious, what made you have a daughter? Like, I know we love our kids and we would never put our kids back or anything like that. But what made you how did was it a planned pregnancy or was it like?
No, man, I was 23. I come from a small town, so I try to be different, you know what I mean? So date different chicks or whatever, just everything different or whatever. But I met her in the most wholesome setting that you could ever think of, man.
What do you mean?
Thanksgiving dinner. I met this motherfucker. And it turned out to be one of the, oh my God, it was bad, man. It was bad, man. But I'm here. You know what I mean? But I'm pushing through it, man. She taught me a lot about women. She taught me a lot about what I need to look for in the future. So I'm
in a good or a bad way?
I take it all in stride as good, man. Because without that experience, I wouldn't really know what I can handle, who I was as a man, shit like that. So
don't ignore the signs, bro. I would tell a lot of these guys to don't ignore the signs. I'll give you a really good sign. You know what a really good sign is? Look at who she following on Instagram. That's gonna tell you everything that you need to know.
And yes, guys, social media will tell you everything you need to know. Social media is a representation of what your woman is really like. The way she dressed, the way she conduct herself, and the things that she say. That's why social media tells the full story. And that's why, guys, when you are seriously thinking about dating a woman, you need to look at all of those variables before you decide to enter a relationship. Marrying the wrong woman could be the most important are the most dangerous thing in your life.
Yeah.
Look at who she follow on Instagram. It's gonna show you a person's social media today
So
is an
I'll
authentic.
give you her Instagram so you can check out. But
A person's Instagram today is an authentic view of who they are. Even when
I
I'm
want you
hiring
to give
somebody,
me
the
your
first thing that I do is I look at their Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah, I look at their resume and then I go to their Instagram.
Yeah. See what they following.
I look at what they post. I look at who they follow and the whole 9 yards.
I mean, I'm over her really. Like she's like she ain't got no chance. But
I'm still bringing you out here. You know that, right? I got
yeah,
your
for sure.
too.
And guys, here's the problem. This young man is a young man that's dating an older woman, and he's having issues. But see, when we do these shows, many think that we're doing these shows because we got animus towards women in America, and we don't. But traditional men want traditional women. They want women that can respect them and help them meet their mission on this earth. And a lot of men can't find it. It's hard to find. It's hard to find traditional women. It's hard to find them. And I'm only talking about men that got their stuff together. We're not talking about guys that are not hard workers, don't have sustainable income, not sleeping on a woman's couch. We're talking about hard-working, educated, and blue-collar men that have done the work, and now they want a good woman to be by their side.
I ain't doubting you, man. I just wanted to keep my face up on you. You know what I mean? Make sure you recognize me.
Yeah, you're a real one, bro. All right, big dog. Man. I'll kick it with you.
All right. Peace out, dog.
And that was the conversation that Anton
had. Really are into black women.
That was the conversation
you're
that Anton had. And you guys know that Austin Holloman is traveling abroad. And Austin, if you're in the chat, feel free to join in. But you guys know that Austin is abroad. And guys, I don't know what's going on with this algorithm. These numbers are horribly low. I got to figure out what's going on. These numbers are crazy low. But I think everybody's experiencing low numbers. But the question remains, can men get the kind of women they want by getting them an African woman? And I think they can. With the understanding that women in Africa are not perfect. Women in Africa are not the cure-all, be-all. And feminism is coming to Africa like it's coming everywhere. But when you think about a woman, you know, what is the allure of an African woman besides that nosh? Besides that nosh in the back. The American woman was, in my opinion, one point, the greatest woman in the world. There was no other woman, in my opinion, that could compare to the American black woman. The American black woman, I meant to say. The American black woman was she was respectful. She was God-fearing. In general, we know there was some that was not. She loved her children and she respected her kids. And we know that there were some women that wanted to be like Miss Ann. We understand that. But I would say by and large, they were superior to the women now. But should traditional men with traditional values and should traditional worldview get them an African woman? That's the question. And I think the answer is unanimously yes. I think the odds are better with the understanding women abroad are being inundated by liberalism too. But if you want a traditional woman, I think you can get you a quality woman where the women, some are still virgins if you travel abroad. The allure of an African woman. Now, James Turner has been to South Africa. He's dated, I'm sure he's dated some or many from South Africa. And a lot of men are taking their talents. A lot of men are taking their talents to Africa. They're taking their talents to Africa because African women are trained and they are consistent with traditionalism symbolic to our ancestors. Austin Harlem has been an excellent representative of removing the illusion and the delusion that your greatest chance is here in America. As a licensed therapist, I believe that men should travel abroad. And if they can't find their wives here in America, and the women here in the West, white and black, and Latin or whatever, continue to prove why men are beginning to go abroad and get traditional women. So, African women versus American women. What say you? Is it better for men to travel abroad and get them an African woman? Or should they just stay in America and be tolerate mediocrity? Some of you men right now are looking for wives. Some of you men are looking for wives. And you know, this is the part of the show you got to play a little bit of jazz, man. You know, you got to play some jazz, man, because you know, a little jazz help calm my mind, man. But you know, but African women are proven to be African women are proven to be an excellent option. Whether you go to Burundi, Tanzania, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Somalia, or anywhere from the broader African diaspora, your odds are a lot higher in finding a traditional woman if you want a woman. And guys, we have these conversations because a lot of men are frustrated. Some of you men that are listening are frustrated. You want a woman that you can lay on her lap. You want a woman that can be your peace. You want a woman that you can speak life into, and she can turn around and speak life back into you. You know, these conversations become convoluted many times and lost in translation. Because, see, men, you haven't adequately known what your values are and what your worth is. And I have these conversations, guys, because I want to see you men win. If you can't find your wife here in America, look abroad, because a good woman is great for your mental health. When you can find a woman that's consistent with your value system and your boundaries, then that woman is just like some smooth jazz. You want a woman like some smooth jazz, man. You want a woman that knows what her role is. She's willing to meet you halfway. When you had a hard day, she's your peace. She complements your purpose. And she knows how to set the tone for the home. But you know, some of you men are still dealing with women. Sadly, guys, I got the spirit of Miss Piggy. And because they have the spirit of Miss Piggy instead of having smooth jazz, you got this.
Now it's the frog's turn!
Finish him. You got a lot of women that got the Miss Piggy spirit, guys. A lot of them got the Miss Piggy spirit. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, man. But see, a feminine woman is like some smooth jazz. A feminine woman will calm your nerves and calm your mind and calm your spirit. The touch of a feminine woman does something to the heart of a man. Her vibrations are very serene. Her touch is oh so gentle. She stimulates the soul, mind, body, and spirit. She unblocks those neural pathways that have been impacted by trauma. And that's why you need you a feminine, cooperative woman, a woman that's going to make love not only to your body, but a woman that can make love to your mind. Guys, y'all know that men tend to die off before women. We don't live as long. And that's why it's so important to get you a woman that's traditional. And I believe that your best options, if you haven't been to South America, is to go back home to the motherland. Because the odds are a lot higher in the motherland than it is here in America. If you're looking for a traditional woman, if you're willing to pay a dowry, you might can get you a virgin too. And you don't have to deal with the shenanigans of modern women, especially if you've done the work. I'm talking about men that have done the work. The white collar brothers, the educated white collar brothers, and also the blue collar brothers. You have more power than you realize. Are you ready to exercise your power as a man? And are you ready to travel abroad? Your time on this earth, guys, is, how can I say it? Your time on this earth is not guaranteed. And there's a concept called the extreme urgency of now. Now is the time to those men that are single to get them a traditional woman from the motherland. It's time, men, to go back home. Some would say that Africans don't like American black men, and that's a lie and a myth. Africa is a continent with many countries, many tribes, and many languages. And you guys are going to see from this conversation with Austin Holloman and this brother from Africa why so many men are beginning to go back home to the motherland. Are you ready to go home? And are you ready to go to the motherland? All right. All right, so let's look at this last clip before I end this show, because I got clients to see in a few minutes. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not donated to the channel, donate. We got to figure out what's going on with this algorithm. We got to get this stream back up to par. We got to get these numbers up, guys. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to the #1 sponsor of the stream, my man, Money Man Mark. I appreciate it, Money Man Mark. Thank you, sir. The #1 sponsor of the stream. But Africa is the new frontier. It's the home of the original woman. And see, here's the problem, guys, before I get to this last part of the show. There are so many women that got, you know, they want to have first dibs. They want to do what they want to do, but they don't want to see you happy. They'll say, oh, you should only deal with, you shouldn't deal with white women or women from other Asian women or South American Latin women, which are black, by the way. But then when you deal with women from the motherland, they're still complaining. And the problem is, you never wanted them in the first place. But what it is, you have a narcissistic supply, and you want that man as an option. And you don't want that man to have options because you have a big ego. Your ego is huge. Your ego your ego is huge. It's very huge. And some of y'all got egos some of you women got penises, and your ego is very huge.
I got a big ego, ha ha ha. Oh, such a big ego.
Yeah, some of you women put your ego on the table and your penis on the table because you want to be just like men in the relationship. And men are saying, I need some smooth jazz. I want a woman that's symbolic of smooth jazz. I need a woman that's going to satiate my mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that's why I advocate for men to go to Africa. Shout out once again to Austin Holloman. And guys, we're going to finish looking at this stream real quick. Hold tight.
You're equally, into black women. Come to Africa. Well, first of all, don't think about what you already know. What the media have been showing you, what you've been seeing on the media. And you need to get down here and see what's like. The first thing is when you come down here and they know you're African and you come and you introduce yourself, trust me, the welcome is so warm and people want to show you how much they appreciate the fact that you're down here. They want to show you all the love with everything they have. They're selling food, they want to give you free foods, free booze, they want to give you free booze just to appreciate the fact that you're here. And they want you to know whatever you see on the media is not. When you come here, everybody wants to appreciate you. That's the one thing for sure. They want to appreciate the fact, like I said earlier, they want to appreciate the fact that you're one of their own and you're here. They want to show you the love they have. They want to show you how it's been, what you've been missing at home. They want to introduce you to the culture, the language. They want to teach you new things. They just want you to get addicted to the nature. Africa is the new trend right now. Well, if you talk about danger, you can have your kids in the school and someone goes in the gun and just shoot everybody. How dangerous is it then? Africa is your home. If you can figure that out, then that's your problem. It's home.
And remember, guys, Africa, once again, is a continent. It's a continent, man. It's a continent with many tribes, many countries, and many religions. The motherland is waiting for some of you single men that are looking for traditional women. We're talking about the men that got their act together, like the James Turners of the world. Men like Peaceful Life. Men like Money Man Mark and many other men, and some of you young men as well. Austin is a living epistle, and he's a letter to the brethren that you can find awesome women abroad. So guys, get your money up, keep your head down to the grind, change your mindset, and go abroad so you can get your traditional woman from the motherland. Because men, your seed determines the destination of a child.
No crazy things going on other than what's going on where you are right now. You come home, you're welcome. Whatever you think you know or whatever you think you've seen on the media, it's all lies. Most of it is lies. Come home. Let people appreciate you for coming home. Everything you have, but down here, they don't want everything you have. They want something. That's women. They do want something.
Everybody wants something.
But what they want is the little you have to offer and your genuine gestures, like how you appreciate them. A woman down here in Africa will treat you way better than any woman in the state will treat you.
Listen what this brother just said, guys. You know, some of you might say, once again, why is this therapist? Thank you, Obong Ongwan. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Like the old folks used to say, let the Lord use you. And I'm going to let the Lord use me. These numbers are low, but I'm going to let the Lord use me. Let the Lord use you. But they wonder why a therapist is advocating for men to go abroad. Well, it's simple. Self-determination, peace of mind, life, and consistent with what the scriptures say, I pray that you may have life and life more abundantly. Men, it's time to start living if you've done the work. And if I was a single man in the game again, I would be in the motherland too. I'd be in the motherland too, man. I would be in the motherland shaking my stiff hips to one of them fine African sisters. Or in South America, man. Now, I got a good woman. I got a good American woman. My wife is a good woman. Compare it, but it ain't nothing like the motherland because they got a real nosh. They got a real nosh. I mean, they no BBLs. They're naturally curvy and all of that, man. And so the motherland is waiting, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Sister Obong Awa. I appreciate that, dear. Hold tight.
Wherever you are, as long as you're not in Africa, you will never get that genuine love you want, you dream about, or you always known since you were a teenager. Because these girls want to.
And see, guys, Charlotte Brown said it better than me. Charlotte Brown, she said, I love that man. Men are looking for a wife and a woman like Charlotte Brown. But see, women in the West, guys, men are looking for women like this woman.
Now you see, I don't want no trouble now.
But so many men are dealing with women. They don't have women like Charlotte Brown, but they got women like Aunt Esther.
What did we do to her? You mean what did she do to us? She had the nerve to call us witches. And she was right. You three ugly witches.
And guys, if y'all continue to waste your time dealing with some of these women here in America that are entitled, some of you guys would deserve the Fred Sanford Award. And Fred Sanford said it better than me. He said, "You big dummy."
Dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
Drain you, they want to take everything you have. But when you're down here, you know you're home. They know you're home. They want to show you off. They want to tell everyone, this is the man I love. This is the man that makes me feel good.
And see, guys, those women appreciate you more because those women are in patriarchies. They're in healthy patriarchies. They will appreciate you more because they're in healthy patriarchies. They're in patriarchies where the women understand their role and they respect their men. But you can't get that kind of cooperation here in America. You're constantly fighting for your life. You're constantly fighting for your peace of mind. You can't get that cooperation here in America, guys. And you will be a fool to continue to deal with the typical modern woman, whether it be white, black, Asian, Latin, or whatever. If they're in America, they've been indoctrinated heavily. And you will be a damn fool to waste your time stressing yourself out when you can be in the motherland with a soft, feminine woman that can respect you and honor you. Because tomorrow ain't promising no man. And to all you educated brothers and you blue-collar men that make good money, if you've done the work, you have a right to demand what you want. And I don't believe you should give your money away just for the sake of giving it away. You got to make a woman earn her way into your life. Because if she don't earn her way, she'll never appreciate it.
They're not about taking everything you have. It's just about multiplying it. The black women who ever showed you the troubles you never imagined you face in life or wherever you are.
Imagine, guys, if you can get you a woman that can multiply what you have. Imagine if you can get a woman that can multiply what you have instead of waiting at the finish line with her hand out asking you what you're bringing to the table. The man creates the table and the woman adds to the table because the bride prepared herself for the bridegroom. But see, the modern woman says she is the table, which is very masculine. And you might have a table, boo, but your table is barren. And men need women that can add to the table that he's already created. Or if he doesn't have a table, she's willing to help him build a table and add to that table, because that woman is a sustainer of the seed of man. And you guys are seeing directly as his brothers from the motherland is talking about why men are traveling abroad, man.
Because they're just Romans. They're not Africans anymore. They need to be reminded. That's why they need to come home also, to be reminded who they are. Because no African woman, no African beauty will treat a man badly. Trust me. Here, our mothers, our fathers train us really right. It's important.
Listen to what this man said, guys. This man proved my talking point. He said, here, our mothers and our fathers train us. The American woman, especially a lot of our black women, they have not been trained. See, once again, guys, the American black woman was the greatest woman ever. The sisters from the 50s, 60s, some in the 70s, 40s, and 30s, they were the greatest women in the world. Because those women were strong, they were God-fearing, they were resilient. But these current women don't match what those women are and were. You got women coming and they're damn demanding stuff and they ain't did nothing. But the evidence is here, guys. He said their mothers trained them. There was a time our men were trained not to deal with subpar women, and our women were trained to respect their bodies and to add virtue to a man's life. But now they say, what have you done for me lately? And they try to tell you how to lead the relationship because they want control. See, instead of you leading her and guiding her, she's trying to lead you and control you. And see, the modern woman want black love, but she want taxation without representation. And you can never have black love until you understand your role as a man. All these people talking about a black community, it will never work because it's not consistent with system theory. The part is not greater than the whole. And you can't have black love when a woman don't understand that the power of black love is in the struggle. And that's why groups like the Dynamic Superiors were so powerful back in the 70s.
That they understand what it is to be African, what it is to love a man, what it is to be submissive. I'm not saying they'll all be submissive like you imagine, but they will treat you way better. They will treat you a better version of submission that you've never imagined.
Listen, they will treat you a better version of submission, a better version of submission. A better version of submission. And submission just means to agree. Men and women actually submit, but we submit in different ways. Men submit the woman submits to the power and the authority and the guidance of her husband. She agrees to follow his leadership because the man is a leader. But on the flip end, the man agrees / submits by saying, baby, I will die for you. I will protect you. I'll love you. And I'll hold you down even through the worstest times. And see, Anita Baker made the song back in the 90s. You know, some of you old heads of 90s, from the 90s. She said, from beginning to end, 365 days of the year. She said, I want the same old loving. I want the same old loving, baby. And that's why, guys, I could never deal with women that are not traditional and women that don't know their place and role in the relationship. I'm about to sign off in a minute. I got a client in a few more minutes. I'm gonna let you guys finish listening to this, and we're gonna end this stream.
They will support your business. They will support your work. They will be there for you. They're mothers. They will train your kids right. They will train your kids to be better than what you are.
So American men, if they're having trouble, if an American man wants to date a black woman from the States, he should come to Africa.
If you really are into black women, and you really are, you're equally, into black women, come to Africa. Come find your queen. She's here.
And see, what folks don't understand, black men want black women. That's why when they go to South America, they deal with Afro-Latin women. Black men love black women, but they just don't love the bad behavior. Because in the West, it's two men that got the spirit. They got the spirit of Miss Piggy.
Oh, now it's the frog's turn.
Finish him. And Miss Piggy, man, Miss Piggy knocked the hell out of you, man. You got a lot of chicks in America just like Miss Piggy, man.
She's been trained right. It's like you going to the store to get chicken when you know it's been processed. Come home, come get what you want. Get the
right. You get. Listen, y'all getting the chicken y'all getting here in America got a bunch of GMOs. It's full of steroids, fake weave, fake lashes, BBLs. And even though some African women wear weave, we understand that, but you can get you a real natural body in Africa, man. You can get you a natural woman in Africa with a nice, nosh, curvy, and know her role and respect, and will respect her man. And we trying to get you guys to the motherland.
Real juice. On Instagram, this is Director Carrington. It's not a G, it's a Q. Director Carrington, the G is a Q. So, much love. I love y'all. Come back home.
All right, you guys. It is Crystal's birthday today, so I'm going to her event. I was supposed to go to the museum and show y'all the museum first. I still may be able to do that, but I have somebody else to meet. I might just have to swing by the other event late, like super late. So I put on this outfit for the day. Got the shirt unbuttoned, etc., etc. And then we get down.
And shout out to my man Austin, man. My man Austin is killing the game, man. Austin is killing the game. He's being a living representation. I might have to bring Austin back, man, so we can do a show on Africa and why Africa might be the next frontier. He got so much beef from being in Brazil, and people try to shut the brother down. But Africa might be the next frontier, man. And also in South America.
To the white pants and the boots, right? And then when I put it on, I'm like, damn, the jeans are too short. I guess one of PJ's people misunderstood and accidentally shortened the pant. I guess PJ's people, one of his people accidentally misunderstood and shortened the pants. So let me show y'all what it looks like. This is what it looks like when I wear the jeans on my waist. I look like a fucking clown. But if I pull them down and I sag them a little bit, they look decent, but then I'm sagging, so now it doesn't fit as fitted as it's supposed to up here. So I did some calling around and I found luckily for me, I found like an immediate tailor, like, people that do alterations on the spot. And luckily there's about another inch of fabric for them to let out, which is just about what I need. So I'm about to go over there and have them do that. And thank God they exist, because I got to wear these white jeans. I can't wear nothing else with this. This is like perfect. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, you guys, so now I'm at the tailor, and thank God. I don't know, look at my pants. Looks like I might as well wear shorts with boots. But we ain't here right now, I'm waiting to change. I'm super hungry, super hungry, so we're gonna see how this comes out. All right, I was able to get it fixed, so now I don't look so crazy walking around outside. Now you're probably wondering how much did they cost? That was only 700 shillings, which, remember, 1,000 shillings is like $6.84. So for that immediate, on-the-spot service, life-saving service, was like $5 probably. So now we better go get something to eat because now my clothes are starting to fit loose because I'm running out of body because I ain't ate shit. So we better go get something to eat and then go from there. Only issue I have is whenever she had to unroll them, because they were rolled up, the shoe polish kind of created this white ring around the, but it's not that bad. I mean, I'd rather have this shit because at least some.
All right, guys. So this is Brother Austin going to one of the clubs in I guess it's in Kenya. So to the single man, your wife is waiting for you in the motherland. Y'all just saw that sister walking right here. You guys see she's curvy. So to you men that like curvy women, you got a good chance to find the one in Africa. Africa is good for your mental health. All right, guys. I think we'll land it. I think we'll land it here, guys. I gotta go. So you
What's
guys,
going on?
you guys see y'all can go to Kenya, and y'all can travel abroad, man. You don't have to settle for mediocrity, man. The world is an oyster. You just got to possess it. But listen, I appreciate it, guys. This algorithm is crazy. It's crazy, man. These numbers, it's off. They're off. I don't know what's going on. But we ain't going to stop. If I got 1 or 2 watching, we're going to keep going, man, until I figure this mess out. And I appreciate guys once again for tuning in. Thank you once again to my man, Money Man Mark. I haven't forgot you, brother. We're going to get that show ready at some point. And James Turner, Barry Hamilton, Gregory Scotland. I appreciate it, guys. And we're going to end this stream. I'm always in the trenches, guys. I'm always in the trenches. The kosher clinician is always in the trenches, guys. And we'll signing off. Be well.
Friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, then I strike.
They ain't gonna stop the kosher clinician. We don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. We're gonna keep going hard. I'm gonna keep going hard in the trenches for the brotherhood. I'm gonna find a way, and I'm gonna keep standing firm and smiling throughout it all. Be well, guys.
Pressure like water, lights, mortgage, I've been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for something. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for something. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, need all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if the dogs pretend? What if you rode to the end? What if you started again? This is real life, not a game. I fight my battles to win. But some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night.
Fire for your mind. The kosher clinician.